Alright, so this is part 2 of the 5-5 lesson solving multi-step equations and inequalities. So we have this example here, now dealing with inequalities. Solved 5x minus 9 is greater than or equal to 2 times x plus 6. Now remember, inequalities are the same essential process as equalities. Equations, we just need to remember that when you divide or multiply by a negative, you have to switch the sign. Now let's look at this one. And honestly, what I usually try to do is try to avoid having a negative. So if I get the chance, I try to subtract the smaller number and sort of use that strategy. But we have 5x minus 9 is greater than or equal to 2 times the quantity x plus 6. First thing we want to do is deal with the parentheses. Since we can't add x plus 6, we're going to use the distributive property. 2 times x and 2 times 6. And that's still 5x minus 9 on the left. So we essentially have 2x plus 12 on the right, 5x minus 9 on the left. Let's get all of our like terms on the same side as one another. So that means everything with an x I will bring to the left. Notice I'm subtracting the smaller number, so I end up with a positive on this side. So it's 2x. And then now let's add the 9 on both sides. Won't always work out where you can have positives on both sides, but when you can, it just makes life easier. So we have 5x minus 2x is greater than or equal to 12 plus 9. So essentially 3x is greater than or equal to 21. Divide both sides by 3. We're going to get x is greater than or equal to 7. So any number greater than, including 7, on the number line is going to work for x. For instance, if you put a number greater than 7 in, such as 10, you're going to get 50 minus 9, which is 41 on this side. And remember, we're putting 10 in for x. If I put 10 in for x on this side, I get 10 plus 6, which is 16, times 2, which is 32. So we're saying 41 is greater than 32. 10 is greater than 7, and that works. Just showing you how we can plug a test point in. But if I tried something lower than 10, like 0, it's not going to work, because I get 0 minus 9 or negative 9 on this side. I get 0 plus 6 times 2. It's saying negative 9 is greater than or equal to 2 times 6, which is 12, which is not true because 12 is a positive number. So any number, notice down here, is not going to work below the 7. So go ahead and find the solution of this inequality and choose the appropriate number line that works for your solution. Now let's solve this inequality. We've got a distributive property again to start off with. So let's distribute the 3 to the 4x, and remember that's negative 2 minus sign is plus negative. So 3 times 4x is 12x plus 3 times negative 2, which is negative 6, plus 15 equals plus 9. Try to get your like terms on the same side as another. We let them a little bit. 12x, negative 6 plus 15 we know is 9. And then we get 12x plus 9. Notice we have the same thing on both sides. So if I were to subtract 9, it cancels out. Subtract 12x, subtract x, it cancels out. So I get actually 0, nothing equals nothing, which is a true statement and the equivalent of one another. So if I chose 1 for x, so if x equals 1, 3 times 4 minus 2 or 3 times 2, which is 6, plus 15, I get 21. If I try 1 on this side, I get 12 plus 9, which is 21. Any number, any random number I choose could work. Whether I choose x equals 1, x equals 50, or x equals 20,000, any number works. Whenever you get like 2 equals 2, or 0 equals 0, or 5 equals 5, these are called sides. And that, again, that just tells you that any. So here we have another example. Let's use the distributive property to distribute that 3 right off the bat. So we have 7y minus 8 equals 3 times 2y, which is 6y, plus 3 times 4, which is 12, and then plus y. So we get 7y minus 8 equals 6y, and y would make 7y plus. A little different last time. We don't have it. Let's subtract the 7y from both sides. Add 8 to both sides. We get nothing side equals 8. That is not true. 0 does not equal. Remember last time we had 0 equals 0. That means everything works equals 20. That's not a true statement. That's a null set. That means that nothing works. You can write a null set like that. I've seen it written with empty braces. Basically, you're saying you have a null set, so there are no solutions. I don't care what number you choose for y. Nothing is going to give you an equal statement on both sides. So go ahead and try this problem here. Remember, this circle with a line through it means a null set, and whenever we have the set of all numbers, that's all. So go ahead and try this problem. Now go ahead and see if you can find the equation here that has no solution. Alright, thanks for watching, and that concludes today's lesson on solving multi-step equations and inequalities.